What's up, guys? So today I'm going to go over the overall markets right now. We got a decisive move. Um, but before I get into this, if you wouldn't mind smashing that like button, leaving a comment below, let me know how you did today. Helps the channel grow, lets me reach other people. Also, if you want to join the Discord, it's completely free right now. So I post in here throughout the whole day. As far as the trades I'm taking, my entries, exits, and my thoughts. And the growth account challenge, that's in a separate channel entirely. But if you want to join that, the link's in the description below. But the way I'm going to approach this is the longer term time frame. So I am looking for ultimately a correction here. It's going to be hard to time. I'm starting to think that we're not going to get anything significant until after the first rate cut. And I wanted to look at the monthly chart here. So if you look at the 20 period moving average, we're about 21% away. And we've been further extended before. We are extended right now, but we've been further extended. Like there was 27%. So we can definitely, continue to rally here and get more extended than we already are. We have no resistance. We're at all-time highs. This is going to continue to curl up just as price goes up. So I think we can continue to push until towards the end of the year. Maybe that's where we get our correction and turns into being a crash, actually. If we prolong this, I think that's what ultimately will happen. But that's just, my thoughts. Um, I wanted to show this to show that we can definitely get more extended than we already are. If you go to the weekly chart on SPY, we just had our weekly inside bar bull break. So there's our mother bar, inside bar, and bull broke that today. We're gapping up in after hours. We're up around 522.50, so up here. Very bullish. We could end up doing like a blow off top here, to be honest. Like I was saying yesterday, if you look at this weekly chart, we're riding this 8 exponential, which is a momentum moving average, you know what I mean? So this is definitely really strong right now. We're overbought, but we can continue to get more overbought. We're at all-time highs. Break down to the daily chart, and we're still in a daily uptrend, so that's confirmed. Broke out pretty significantly here. So we're up around right here right now, so gapping up in all-time highs, no resistance. We'll see what happens tomorrow. This is the first day of the FOMC reaction. We could get some kind of pullback tomorrow, but I'd find it hard to believe that we close below this low down here. Like we could definitely pull back, but we're above everything. We're completely bullish up here. Powell came out and said the same rhetoric as usual of higher for longer. They're maintaining 3 rate cuts into this year, which is what we've been told and expected. And he basically said that the blip as far as an increase in inflation is to be expected, so he wasn't concerned about it. So the market perceived that as bullish, and we broke out pretty hard here. So SPY's at all-time highs, closing at all-time highs. Qs aren't yet. Like I said, they were relatively weak. We did change the trend here, so you know what I mean. We had our daily downtrend I was talking about yesterday, and then we popped up lower high, higher low to a new high, and right now we're at 446.50, so that's up around here. We're gapping up pretty hard. Stone's throw away from all-time highs right now, so very bullish. And on a weekly chart, we just confirmed our next level that we need to keep an eye on right here. So the top of that gap is now our line in the sand is for bulls to maintain longer term control. We have that gap that I was talking about on the daily, and we're still riding this 8 period moving average since our rally since October. And then to look at the semis real quick, because that was my cause of concern and like a red flag that I was talking about as far as the markets pulling back. But if you look here, we came down on the weekly chart, tested the 8 almost, pushed up, bullish hammer reversal, and we're gapping up again on this as well in after hours. That's at 225.30, and there's plenty of time until tomorrow, and obviously we have Thursday and Friday to trade, but right now this looks like a weekly bull flag to me. You know what I mean? So you have this big push up, come back, consolidate pretty healthy, and looking like it wants to push again. So I would be surprised, not that it can't happen, would be surprised for us to just bust through that high, just given that that was such high volume on that daily chart. But anything can happen, really. You can see right here, we're still trading above the 20 period moving average on the daily. We closed above it here. We never closed below. So that's been holding as of pretty much the whole year, except for this little blip down here. So even the semis are bullish. Um, I can't find anything that's bearish about this chart right now, or anything in the indexes themselves. They're extended. So if you look at NQ instead of just the Qs, we are at the top of this trend line I had drawn out in the 4-hour, and we're approaching that right now. So we broke down, and I was saying in the chat room, this is what I was looking at, that this was tightening up a little bit going into FOMC. So you had a touch there, there. One here, almost a touch there, and we were starting to touch here. So I was looking at this tightening up and a break, being imminent, and broke to the upside. So that pretty much invalidates this wedge because you're towards the top at this point. We're back inside of it. We would be looking for a higher low next as far as any consolidation on the 4-hour and for continuation. So we can get pullbacks, but pullbacks are viable in my eyes right now. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow. Like I said, we're gapping up, but everything's bullish at this point. I'm going to take a look real quick at gold too. And that broke out pretty heavy. So anyone that's been following this for a little bit knows that I've been saying gold's bullish on this monthly chart. We broke out of this consolidation here. I have a position in it for leaps. I also have it in the small count challenge as far as the miners. What I was just saying on the last video is we're looking for our weekly higher low. So that just confirms right there. We had a really brief pullback, weekly bull flag. There's your flag, brief pullback, continuation. So there's no overhead resistance here. Gold's at all-time highs. The only thing you can say right now is we do have some bearish divergence. So when we busted out here, we consolidated. Now we have some bearish divergence. But I'm not going to give this too much weight right now, considering we're at all-time highs. We consolidated healthy on volume, high volume going out, and we're still in an uptrend, like weekly uptrend, monthly uptrend, daily uptrend. I think 4-hour uptrend, like we're just looking for a higher low. That is a big upper wick. I don't like that, but pretty much this is what I'm looking at as far as levels. You have this massive push up, big upper wick. That's our level we have to break in the near term, I would say. Pulled back, higher low on the hourly, lower high, so we're tightening up here, and we'll get a break into tomorrow. We're just really hot. Like if you look at the hourly, we were almost at 90 RSI, so we need to cool off this move. Ideally, just trade sideways for a while, let the indicators cool off, and then continue on our push forward after that weekly bull flag confirmation. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but as I've been saying, gold's bullish in stagflation and with rate cuts. Powell just signaled we're going to get 3 rate cuts. They're sticking to their narrative. This is all bullish for gold. So long-term gold is an excellent play in my opinion, and I have my accounts there for that reason. So I'm not planning on selling either position anytime soon. I'm going to let this develop. And that's all I'm going to take a look at as far as the actual markets themselves. I'm going to do a separate video for the trade I focused on today. I do have some longer term positions I bought into. If you're interested in knowing about those, like I said, the Discord links in the description below. I post my thoughts on that kind of stuff in there. I'm going to do a separate video on SMCI, and that's the day trades I was focusing on today, as well as I'm swinging a position in there. So that's going to be an entirely separate video because I'm going to talk at length on that one a little bit. But as I said, if you want to join the Discord, it's completely free. Links in the description below. And until next time, I wish you the best in the markets.